The Cherokees are the KKK, and media Democrats hate Gentiles and blacks. The reason President Trump ran for president is because the Cherokee Indians, East Indians, and the Pakistanis do not pay taxes. The white man and the black man have to pay taxes. This is unfair, so he's going to make sure this is all stopped. Thank God for President Trump, because this is unfair business practice. We cannot compete with them when they have all kind of gaming rights and all kind of rights to do business, while we have to pay taxes and we have to pay child support, and they get $20,000 a month for having a child for life. That's unfair.
People, by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me.
I hope each and every one of you have a good time, a safe time, and hope you feel our Cherokee hospitality.
Chief Bill Baker and his white brothers who are Cherokees are all white. Look white. Look at them. They're all white. Chief Baker is a white man. That's what Trump is upset about. Like Robert Byrd, he's a Cherokee Indian, and he's white, along with the leader of the Ku Klux Klan, Hillary Clinton, all those people who look white. In this article, you see that Trump's problem is at the bottom of the thing. He says, wait, they all look white like me. They're whiter than me. Why do they get all of these rights when they are white like me? They have had enough time to get back on their feet, make the Indians pay taxes, and America's money problem will end in one day. Wow.
If your case is non-discriminatory, why don't you approve for everybody? You're saying only Indians. Wait a minute, sir. You're saying only Indians can have the reservations, only Indians can have the gaming. So why aren't you approving for everybody? Why are you being discriminatory? Why is it that the Indians don't pay tax, but everybody else does? I do.
But I pay tax. Why is it that senior citizens get tremendous benefit from the taxes that a certain industry does, but the Indians aren't contributing to that? Why aren't the Indians, excuse me, so why aren't the Indians that are making all the money in Connecticut, which is the most successful of the Indian reservations, why aren't they spending?
Deuteronomy 21:17 said, after you hurt somebody, you got to help them get back on their feet. Well, we've helped the Cherokees get back on their feet, yet they're still not paying taxes. They have to pay taxes, thank God, for Melania, who said, all of you Indians, she knew they were East Indians. She said, if you don't like what my husband is doing, go back to East India. She was talking to the Cherokees and the Sioux Indians, who are all the same people. So this is what has to be found out. The Slavic people, who are Canaanites, the white Cherokees, they act like they are Cherokee Indians, white. Canaanites, totally different from the white Gentiles, our brothers. Let me make this perfectly clear. All Slavic Canaanites are not all Slav people. The people who call themselves Slavic, a lot of them are from Magog in Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5. Magog is the son of Japhet, the father of all the isles of the Gentiles. But the Canaanites have mixed in with them and called themselves Slavs, call Slavic people, or Magog, to cause the Gentiles to defend the Canaanites. They're different. In Yahweh Ben Yahweh's book called You're Not a Nigger, which was his first book, it is our true history, the world's best kept secret, the black man and the white man's history. White people have forgotten that they're Hebrews along with us. But the You're Not a Nigger book shows us that the Arabs and the East Indians helped the Canaanites bring us into slavery. On page 29 of the You're Not a Nigger book, in the second paragraph, it says the Canaanites brought us into slavery, not the white Gentiles. Version of the Bible. Now these are the generations of Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japhet. And all the way up here, it named all the children of Japhet. Through verse 5, it says, by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one of their families and his tongues and their nation. These are all the children of Japhet. Okay, the sons of Japhet. Verse 2 says, these are the sons of Ham, the Africans, Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and Canaan. Canaan is the fourth son of Ham. Canaan is totally different from Japhet, the isles of the Gentiles, the white Gentile. Canaan was cursed white because he raped his father Noah. He's a different person from the Gentiles, but he's tricking us, making us think they're the same. Yeah, the Slavs, the Slavic people, the reason why they were called Slavs is because they were supposed to be slaves to Shem and Japheth in Genesis chapter 9, so they were the slaves. And these people are the Greeks and the Arcadians today, and the Arcadians came to the Americas as the Phoenicians, and they became the Creek Indians over here, and they were the one that had in slavery. Sir John Hawkins was a Creek Indian. The Creeks and the Cherokee Indians are the ones that brought us over here as slaves. The very first slave ship was called the Good Ship Jesus. The Cherokees and all of them are from the Slavs or Greece. These are the very first slave master. Elizabeth was a Slav, and the Slavs came to America, became the Incas, who are the white Canaanite Slavs, and the Aztecs are the East Indian Arabs and Pakistanis, who are the Ishmaelites. Came to North America, called themselves Cherokees, and enslaved the black man of America. White Cherokees in charge. They used the red black Indians to beat us. Those were Arabs, East Indians, and Pakistanis. They were not Hebrews. The Arabs were the house Negro. The first president of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis, was a Cherokee Indian, not a Gentile. All of these people who were in the Confederacy, almost all of them, were Cherokee Indians. And with the other 5 tribes, the book called A Civil War for Dummies, General Stan Waite, and all of the other generals, they were all Cherokee Indians. When I say Cherokee, I'm talking about the other 5 tribes, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Seminole, and the Creek Indians. They're all one group of people called Arabs and East Indians. And the Slavs. The Slavs are the very white Canaanites. The Cherokee Indians are the slave master, and that's them right there, the Cherokee Indians. Robert E. Lee, the general for the Confederacy, he was a Cherokee Indian. You can Google that. And all these people were slave masters. The KKK, all of them were the Cherokee Indians. The first rebel flag was a Cherokee flag. And like in the corner, that was the first Confederate flag, was copying that flag. The Cherokee flag is that in the history.
Adopted member of the Crow Nation. Let me say,
Crow is the Sioux Cherokee Indians. These are some of the people in our government who are against Trump, because most of them are Cherokee and Creek Indians, and we don't know it. The East Indians and all of them are against us. It's not all Indians, because the Bible says everybody on earth can be saved. Obama is a Cherokee Indian. His mother is a white Canaanite Slavic Cherokee Indian, and his grandmother was a slave master. He's the one that had us in slavery, and he still has us in slavery now. Hillary Clinton is an Indian. Here she is in the newspaper as an Indian. Her husband Bill Clinton is a Cherokee Indian from Arkansas. The 5 tribes that had us in slavery, the Chickasaw, the Creek, the Chickasaw, all of those Indians were actually the slave masters and fought in the army of the Confederacy to keep us in slavery. Arthur Carter was the man that was actually the leader of the Ku Klux Klan and wrote all of the books for the Ku Klux Klan and for George Wallace, who was the governor of Alabama. They even had a rebel flag that was a Cherokee flag. The hats they wore were teepees. That's why they wore them to look like tents. These are the Cherokee Indians.
Endorses Hillary Clinton. The Klan has always been a Democrat.
Senator Byrd was a man of surpassing eloquence and nobility, and I will remember him for many things.
Cherokee Indian.
It is almost impossible to imagine the United States Senate without Robert Byrd.
Grand Cyclops. KKK to Robert Byrd. He was a Cherokee Indian. You can Google that. And he was also the Grand Kleagle of the Ku Klux Klan. Robert Byrd is wearing a hat that looks like a teepee or a tent, which is the Cherokees' tent, deliberately to hide themselves. They are Cherokee Indians. Hillary Clinton, Robert Byrd's good friend, called Republican Gentile white people deplorables, and Robert Byrd, the leader of the Democrat Senate, Hillary's good friend called white Republican Gentiles nigger, as he calls black people nigger, because we are the same people, Shem and Japheth, the Jew and the Gentile.
There are white niggers. I've seen a lot of white niggers in my time.
Protect President Trump. Slavs and Asians are the ones that's killing our president. Check this history. These Mormons call themselves Cherokees. They're hiding under the word Mormon now. So Joseph, the man who started the Mormons, is a Cherokee Indian, and Mormon is a Cherokee religion. These are some of the leaders who are Mormon, like Mitch McConnell. He's a Mormon, Cherokee Indian. And Senator McCain, he's a Mormon, Cherokee Indian. That's why he's against Trump. All these people fight against Trump. Overturn Senator John McCain are Cherokee Indians, totally against Trump all the time. Senator Susan Collins is also a Mormon. Mike Lee and all of these people like Jeff Flake are all Mormons. They are the people that believe in the Cherokee being the chosen. And they're doing this because if you go on the Democrat side, you can't win. You go on the Republican side that's in the Senate, you can't win because all they're doing is making sure that we get more money out by giving us less straw so that we cannot buy and own property and do our own business. President Trump will stop this. Media and stars are all Cherokee. Glenn Becker's a star, Republican star, and he's a Cherokee. Mormon. Stars who speak against Trump are Cherokee or East Indian like Robert De Niro. East Indian, Gypsy, Red Dot in the Head, Sicilian. These are all the Phoenicians who are the Cherokee Indians, and these stars all speak against Trump. Here's some other ones like Cher, she's a Mormon. Snoop Dogg, Cherokee Indian. Whoopi Goldberg, not only a Cherokee Indian, but her last name is Johnson, and Johnson was the first black slave owner, Anthony Johnson. Kathy Griffin, Johnny Depp, Cherokee. India, as Ishmael claims to be the firstborn teaching civilization and democracy to us.
They become the teachers of our people. They became the first colleges in all of Europe and Greece under Alexander the Great and Roxanne and Aristotle. They called it the College of India. Then in Europe, they called it the College of Cambridge, which is the College of India, and Oxford, which is the College of Slavs. In America, Pocahontas talked them into the College of Harvard. Harvard is the Cherokee College, which is the East Indians all together. So they became teachers of our people, and now they have taught our children to rebel against us, and Nimrod, and the East Indians and the Cherokee Indians rule.
First college in Greece under Alexander the Great was called the College of India. The first college in Europe, Britain, which is called Cambridge, which is teaching of India. Then the second college was called the Oxford College, which was Slavic teaching, which was Canaanite teaching. And now John Harvard created the Indian college called Harvard University. John Harvard, the founder of Harvard University, East Indians and Cherokee Indians have taken over the curriculum of our schools and taught our children to be rebels like Nimrod. It's a good luck, black men and white men in unity standing together now. In Revelation, God said when he said the white man and the black man stand together in unity, a great fear would fall upon them. In Revelations chapter 11.
Black switch up, roll that song. Black switch up. That's why I'm so honored to see those songs. You know this, fellas, right? You know that. You know. What's the song say on me? Black switch up. I want those songs.
Revelation 11:8-13 says that when they see us stand together in unity, the two brethren of Shem and Japheth, the Jew and the Gentile, great fear would fall upon them because we're showing love one to another like Trump kissing the sign.
Thank you for that sign. Blacks for Trump. I love that guy. Blacks for Trump.
Yeah, you know that shook them up. In the newspaper everywhere in the world, we were showing love one to another according to John 13:34. And with our unity, that proves that when Yahweh said he only helped Republicans, it makes sense because they were the ones that saved us. So we gotta get with blacks for Trump, the white Gentiles and Latins to defend ourselves with the bikers for Trump, and Melania Trump, who's a Slovenian, who's from Magog, who's an actual Gentile, great Republican woman, and she knows how the Slavs are, who act like they're Slavs, but they're Canaanites. Now the Brexit is coming together in unity with us, and now we got to do 2018 to get the Congress and senators who are really Cherokees moved out of the way so that the Constitution can rule and our children have a future. Republican media, fight back. Black and white unite.